Hey everyone, this is episode 119 of my brand new Comics Haul series where I show you guys all the new books that I pick up at my local comic shop every week. So this is a little bit of an oddball week. It's going to be a really quick video because I only picked up 3 issues. Only one of them was actually waiting for me on my pull list because my shop got shorted on all their Marvel books. Some sort of shipping issue. It's pretty inevitable. Sometimes it just happens and you never know when it's going to. But luckily I still got the issue I was the most excited for, which I'll start out with. But I missed out on all my other Marvel stuff. So hopefully next week I'll have it and I can show that off in next week's haul. But so shorter video today, but we'll start it off here with Moon Knight number 25, enormous 25th issue, right? So I don't know why 25 is such a big deal. Marvel really likes to cash in on issue number 25s and make big issues and stuff. For Moon Knight, though, I'm not mad because this is giving us like an 80-page story that's all some sort of really huge, like self-contained thing, leading to more Moon Knight stuff coming in the future. And we've got, I think, 2 or 3 different artists on this book, including the main artist, Alessandro Cappuccio. So I'm just really looking forward to reading this. It might take a while because it's such a big issue. You got to pay $10 for this, but Jed MacKay writes the whole thing. We've got no guest writing on this or anything, but here's a look at some of that artwork. So they're switching it up a little bit. It looks like some pretty different artistic styles than what you can usually expect from Cappuccio on this book, but yeah, here's some of that artwork. This has been one of my favorite series for a really long time. I think Jed MacKay is definitely somebody to be looking at right now with Avengers and Moon Knight. He's writing Doctor Strange, and all those are really good at Marvel. So this is definitely a recommendation from me. I don't know how good of a jumping on point this is because it's like supposed to be the start of this new Knight's End thing. So it might be kind of an ending to Jed MacKay's run. I'm hoping it's not because I've been really enjoying it, but we'll see about that. And this is also, I've heard, supposed to lead into a new like spin-off Moon Knight series that they're doing that I'm forgetting the name of now. But yeah, so we'll see about this. Moon Knight number 25. It costs a lot, but it'll probably be worth the price because this is actually a good series. Next up, though, the second book I ended up picking up. I just grabbed a couple off of the shelves that I wasn't planning on getting that weren't on my pull list, but I've been a little bit interested in just to fill out my week and still have some stuff to read this week. The next one is also a bigger issue. It's got another like book spine type thing, right? So this is Fishflies number 1. It's by Jeff Lemire. He does the drawings, the writing, and everything. It's kind of like a watercolor style, so I'll show some of the interior artwork. For the most part, I try to stay away from Jeff Lemire stuff, if I'm being completely honest. The reason being that he just doesn't put enough words in all his comics. Like, it's such a quick read, even if he's not doing the art himself, which I feel like can kind of justify not having it be that wordy so he has time to work on artwork. But yeah, all the stuff that he does with like Andrea Sorrentino and stuff, I just have a really hard time buying single issues because I feel like I'm getting ripped off. I don't hear anyone else talking about this, but yeah, I feel like Jeff Lemire needs to put more words. It's just a writing style, you could say that, but for some reason I just have a lot of trouble reading single issues from him. But collections are good for Jeff Lemire, I'd say, specifically. But yeah, this is a really thick issue. I'm not sure how many pages of story you get in here, but I'm really liking the art style. It looks like kind of black and whitish, except with splurges of color for like a raincoat on the main character. And I'm not sure too much about the synopsis here. I kind of forget what happened, but there was a little like sample of this that they put out for Free Comic Book Day. There's a story about these fish flies that only come around like to harvest in certain seasons of the year or whatever, and these kids and some man that's in a small town. So, probably just kind of a contained story, we'll see, but I think this is only supposed to be like 5 or 6 issues, something like that, but each issue is pretty oversized. The last book that I picked up this week, though, for this small New Comic Book Day haul, this one came out a few weeks ago, so it's not actually a new book, but this one is Christopher Chaos, The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos, number 1. So I'm not sure how many issues this one's going to be either. I think it's probably just going to be a mini-series, but it's from Dark Horse Comics, and the reason it's probably just going to be a mini-series is because it's a reprint from Substack, right? So Tiny Onion is James Tynion, that famous writer who's been doing World Tree, Something's Killing the Children, a bunch of other stuff, has a Substack page online where he'll like originally print comics like this one, and then Dark Horse, I guess, has a deal with him where they reprint those books in physical form. So this one, I was looking inside a little bit, is not written by James Tynion, but it's based off of an idea that he came up with, but it's written by Tate Bromball, who I think has been doing House of Slaughter, which I think is a pretty good series. So I've got high hopes for this. It looks like it has something to do with, obviously, Christopher Chaos, but maybe he like causes chaos around him based on this artwork. But yeah, not too sure about the plot here. If you guys are picking up these like Tiny Onion reprints under Dark Horse, or if you've been reading James Tynion Substack, I'm curious to know what you think of those down in the comments, because I don't hear too much about Substack. I mean, I'm sure all these writers that moved to Substack a couple of years ago, when it was such a big deal, still have stuff going on. They have a lot of reprints in physical form, so that makes me think maybe the digital stuff isn't that popular. I really have no idea. I just never hear anything about it. So definitely let me know if you've been subscribed to any writers' Substacks or artist Substacks, whatever it might be. The artwork in here looks good enough, so yeah, just kind of a shot in the dark. I'm not really sure about this series, but like I said, I wanted to fill out my week with just a couple more issues, a couple new number ones to try out. So there's that one. Yeah, definitely a shorter haul this week, but hopefully next week it might be a longer video because I might have all those Marvel issues that I missed out on this week. Let me know what you guys picked up this week, though, down in the comment section below. Which issue you're looking forward to reading the most? For me, it's definitely Moon Knight, like I said, but we'll see if I can even get through that issue. It's a long one. So that's about it. If you've been enjoying the content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Also, if you haven't already, we're getting close to the 600 subscriber milestone. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.